As a brain health advisor, I need to warn you about something many people overlook. We often believe vitamins are always safe, always helpful, and the more we take, the better. But research from the NIH and BMJ shows this isn't always true. In fact, some common supplements, the very ones many of us keep in the kitchen cabinet, can actually backfire if taken the wrong way. Imagine going to bed feeling fine and waking up the next morning with a weak arm or slurred speech. It sounds alarming, but high doses of certain vitamins have been linked to a higher risk of stroke or even brain bleeds. The issue isn't that these vitamins are bad. The real danger comes when we take too much, combine them with the wrong medications, or assume that more is better. Millions of adults over 55 use supplements to protect their bones, boost memory, or fight fatigue. But without proper guidance, those same pills can quietly put your health at risk. That's why today I'll walk you through 7 of the most surprising vitamin traps. Each one may seem harmless at first, but when used incorrectly, they can raise your stroke risk overnight. Most importantly, I'll show you the simple science-backed steps to stay safe, so you can keep your independence and enjoy life well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Because the real goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live stronger, clearer, and free. Number 1. High-dose vitamin E. Vitamin E is often seen as a safe antioxidant. It's known to protect cells, support skin, and help the immune system. But studies show that in large doses, it can do more harm than good. A major analysis published in JAMA in 2005 looked at over 130,000 people. Researchers found that taking more than 400 IU per day was linked to a higher risk of death from heart problems and even stroke. One reason is that vitamin E naturally thins the blood. That can be helpful in small amounts, but at high levels it makes bleeding harder to control. If a tiny vessel in the brain bursts, the chance of a serious brain bleed increases. This becomes even riskier if you're already taking medications like aspirin or warfarin, which also thin the blood. Many adults over 55 use those drugs for heart or circulation issues without realizing that adding a strong vitamin E supplement could quietly raise their risk. So, what's the safer option? Unless your doctor prescribes it, avoid high-dose vitamin E capsules. The recommended daily intake is just 15 milligrams, about 22 IU, not the hundreds advertised on some bottles. Instead, focus on food sources that give vitamin E in natural balance. Almonds, sunflower seeds, spinach, and vegetable oils are all excellent and safe choices. If you're already on blood thinners, talk with your doctor before adding any supplement. That small step can protect you from a big complication later. So remember, vitamin E itself isn't dangerous. But too much, especially combined with the wrong medication, can quietly raise your stroke risk. Stay moderate, stay food-focused, and you'll get the benefits without the hidden danger. Number 2. High-dose vitamin D. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin. It helps your body absorb calcium, keeps your bones strong, and even supports muscle and brain health. That's why so many older adults reach for vitamin D supplements, especially during the winter months. But here's the part most people don't realize. Too much vitamin D can quietly harm your health. The NIH warns that taking more than 4,000 IU per day for a long time can lead to a condition called hypercalcemia, too much calcium in the blood. When calcium levels rise too high, it doesn't just stay in your bones, it can harden in places it doesn't belong, like your arteries and kidneys. That calcification makes blood vessels stiffer, which raises your risk of heart disease and stroke. In fact, studies have shown that people who take large doses for months without testing often end up with kidney stones, high blood pressure, or vascular problems. It's not the vitamin itself that's harmful, it's the overdose. So how do you stay safe? First, Get your vitamin D levels tested before starting a high-dose supplement. That simple blood test tells you if you actually need more. Second, if your doctor recommends a supplement, follow their dose carefully. Don't assume that extra is better. The daily need for most adults is around 600 and 800 IU, and even with age, many people don't need more than 1000 to 2000 IU unless a deficiency is confirmed. And third, try to get some natural sunlight exposure, even just 10 to 15 minutes on your arms or face. It's free, safe in moderation, and helps your body regulate vitamin D naturally. The bottom line is this: vitamin D is essential, but high doses over time can damage your arteries and raise stroke risk. Check your levels, keep your intake reasonable, and let your doctor guide you if higher doses are truly needed. That way, vitamin D stays a friend, not a hidden threat. Number 3. Excess vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 is an important nutrient for your nerves, brain, and energy metabolism. It helps your body make neurotransmitters, the chemicals that keep your mood steady and your memory sharp. It also plays a role in turning food into usable energy. But here's the surprising catch. Too much vitamin B6 can actually damage the very nerves it's supposed to protect. Research reviewed by the European Food Safety Authority in 2023 showed that taking high doses, above 100 milligrams per day for long periods, can lead to peripheral neuropathy. That means numbness, tingling, burning, or even weakness in the hands and feet. For older adults, those symptoms don't just feel uncomfortable. They increase the risk of losing balance, falling, and struggling with daily independence. And here's the tricky part. Vitamin B6 often hides in multiple supplements. You might take a multivitamin, a separate nerve support formula, and maybe a protein powder, without realizing the doses add up. So what's the safe range? For most people over 50, the recommended daily amount is only 1.7 milligrams. Even the upper safe limit is far below what many high-potency supplements advertise. That's why experts suggest keeping total intake under 12 milligrams a day unless a doctor prescribes more. The good news is, you don't need huge doses to stay healthy. Foods like chicken, tuna, salmon, bananas, and fortified cereals provide enough vitamin B6 in natural amounts. So instead of chasing large capsules, focus on balanced meals that give you steady support. And if you're already taking multiple supplements, take a minute to check the label totals. That simple habit can save you from months of nerve discomfort and help protect your stability as you age. The takeaway: vitamin B6 is essential, but overdosing quietly damages your nerves. Stay moderate, watch for overlap, and keep your feet and your independence firmly on the ground. Number 4. High-dose vitamin A. Vitamin A is best known for supporting vision, immunity, and healthy skin. It's found in two main forms: retinol from animal products and beta-carotene from colorful fruits and vegetables. Your body handles beta-carotene gently, converting only what it needs. But when you take too much preformed vitamin A, retinol, the story changes. High doses can build up in the body because it's fat-soluble, meaning it stays stored in the liver and tissues. Over time, that excess can lead to serious side effects. One well-documented risk is increased pressure inside the skull, known as pseudotumor cerebri. It causes headaches, blurred vision, and sometimes dizziness, symptoms that can easily be mistaken for stroke. The New England Journal of Medicine has reported cases where long-term high intake of vitamin A supplements triggered these problems. In older adults, too much retinol can also weaken bones, raising the risk of fractures. And since many multivitamins, skin and hair products, and even fortified foods contain vitamin A, it's easy to exceed safe levels without realizing it. So, how much is too much? Experts recommend keeping intake under 3,000 micrograms of retinol per day for adults. That's about 10,000 IU, a limit many high-strength supplements go beyond. The safer choice is to focus on food-based carotenoids. Carrots, sweet potatoes, pumpkin, and leafy greens give your body beta-carotene, which it naturally converts to vitamin A as needed. That way, you get the benefits without the buildup. If you already take a multivitamin, avoid stacking it with extra skin or immune capsules that add more retinol on top. And if you experience unexplained headaches or vision changes, check your supplement list with your doctor right away. The takeaway: vitamin A is vital, but overdosing on retinol can damage your vision, bones, and even mimic stroke symptoms. Choose colorful vegetables, stay within safe limits, and let your body do the smart work of balancing what it needs. Number 5. High-dose niacin, vitamin B3. Niacin, also known as vitamin B3, is essential for turning food into energy and supporting healthy cholesterol levels. In small amounts from food, it's safe and beneficial. But at therapeutic doses, hundreds or even thousands of milligrams per day, the story is very different. For years, doctors prescribed high-dose niacin to help lower cholesterol. However, large clinical trials such as the HPS-2 Thrive study, published in the New England Journal of Medicine in 2014, showed serious downsides. Patients on high doses experience more strokes, liver damage, and complications with blood sugar control. One common effect is the niacin flush, where the face and neck suddenly turn red and hot. That may seem harmless, but it signals strong changes in blood vessel activity, which can be risky for older adults with heart or circulation issues. High-dose niacin can also cause blood pressure swings, sometimes dropping it too low, other times spiking it unpredictably. And for those managing diabetes, niacin may worsen blood sugar control, making it harder to stay balanced. So what's the safe approach? First, remember that the daily need for niacin is small, about 14 to 16 milligrams for adults. You can easily meet that through foods like poultry, fish, peanuts, and whole grains. Second, if you ever consider niacin for cholesterol or energy, only do so under medical supervision with regular blood tests. Self-medicating with flush-free or high-strength niacin supplements is not safe. Those products may still harm the liver or interfere with your metabolism, even without the flush reaction. The bottom line: niacin is an essential vitamin, but in large therapeutic doses it carries real risks: strokes, liver strain, and unstable blood pressure. Stick with food sources or doctor-guided treatment and avoid the temptation to buy big-dose bottles off the shelf. That way, niacin remains a helper for your heart, not a hidden hazard. Number 6. Vitamin C megadose. Vitamin C has a great reputation. It supports your immune system, helps wounds heal, and keeps your skin firm by producing collagen. That's why so many people think, if a little is good, then a lot must be better. But that's where the danger lies. The NIH sets the upper safe limit for vitamin C at 2,000 milligrams per day. Going beyond that, especially for weeks or months, doesn't boost your health. Instead, it can trigger real problems. One of the biggest concerns is kidney stones. High doses of vitamin C break down into oxalate, which can form crystals in the kidneys. Men over 50 are especially vulnerable, and studies in the BMJ have linked megadoses to a higher risk of painful stones. Another issue is digestive trouble. Too much vitamin C often causes bloating, diarrhea, or stomach cramps, side effects that make daily life uncomfortable. And there's no proof that megadoses actually prevent colds or infections. In fact, most research shows that your body simply excretes the extra in urine, wasting both money and peace of mind. So, how do you get it right? The recommended daily amount is only 75 milligrams for women and 90 milligrams for men. That's about what you'd get from a single orange or a handful of strawberries. Instead of chasing powders or 1,000 milligram capsules, focus on whole fruits and vegetables. Citrus fruits, bell peppers, and broccoli give you vitamin C along with fiber and other protective nutrients. And if you do take a supplement, keep it moderate and avoid stacking multiple products. The takeaway is simple. Vitamin C is vital, but megadoses do not make you healthier. They can harm your kidneys, upset your digestion, and provide no extra protection. Stay within the safe range, rely on colorful foods, and let your body use what it needs naturally. Number 7. Multivitamin overdose or stacking. Multivitamins are some of the most common supplements in the world. Many people take them as a daily safety net, believing they cover every nutritional gap. For older adults, that feels reassuring. One pill that seems to protect the bones, heart, and brain all at once. But here's the catch. When you stack multivitamins with other supplements, the risk of overdose grows quickly. That's because most multivitamins already contain vitamin A, D, E, and B6. If you add extra immune boosters, skin formulas, or single high-dose capsules, you may double or even triple your intake without realizing it. The BMJ reported in 2020 that this kind of overlap can quietly push people past the safe upper limits for fat-soluble vitamins like A and D, which build up in the body. Over time, that excess raises the risk of liver strain, kidney stones, nerve problems, and even higher stroke risk. And unlike water-soluble vitamins that flush out, these fat-soluble ones accumulate silently. You won't feel the danger until symptoms appear. So how do you protect yourself? First, keep it simple. Choose just one standard daily multivitamin if you truly need it. Don't stack multiple brands or formulas. Second, read the labels carefully. Check if your extra supplement already repeats what's inside your multivitamin. Third, remember that supplements are not always necessary if you're eating a varied diet. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins usually provide enough nutrients without the risk of overdosing. And if you're considering anything beyond a basic multivitamin, talk to your doctor or pharmacist, especially if you take medications. The bottom line? Multivitamins aren't automatically harmless. Used wisely, they can support your diet, but piling them on top of each other turns a safety net into a hidden trap. Stick with one product, avoid stacking, and let food be your foundation. That way, you get balance without the silent risks. Connection. Now that we've looked at these 7 vitamin traps, let's step back and see the bigger mistake many of us make. We're told over and over that supplements are harmless and that more is always better. It feels comforting to think one extra pill will guarantee stronger bones, a sharper memory, or better protection. But science shows the opposite. It's not the lack of vitamins that often hurts us, it's the silent overdose. High doses pile up in the body, interact with medications, and create risks that no one notices until symptoms appear. That's why the most dangerous belief isn't about a single vitamin. It's the idea that vitamins can never be harmful. The truth is simple. Balance matters more than excess. And when it comes to your health, moderation is the real safety net. So here's the takeaway. Vitamins are not the enemy, but the wrong dose can quietly turn them from support into risk. Don't let a supplement that's meant to help become the pill that harms. The smartest step you can take today is to check what's already in your cabinet. One quick look could save you from doubling up on doses or stacking products you don't actually need. And to make it easier, I've created a simple 60-second checklist to guide you through it. Comment the word "check" below, and I'll send it right over. It's fast, it's practical, and it could give you peace of mind right now. And remember, This content is for education only, not medical advice. Always talk with your doctor before making changes to your supplements. Stay balanced, stay safe, and let's keep building a healthier, independent life together.